Anne Hathaway apparently is on TikTok and posted this video that just, if you're seeing this on your screen right now, she's in the cerulean sweater. She is in the cerulean sweater. The reason I want to talk about this, and the reason that it actually, in a weird way, is part of the same theme that we're coming down on right now. I read that book when I was young, like too young to be reading that book, before the movie came out. And that book is about the striver archetype. That book was about people finding purpose in careerism, which basically died on the day that the COVID emergency was declared. And people were relegated to working from their home laptops or sort of listlessly putting in the bare minimum amount of work and looking for purpose and meaning. There's a really famous New Yorker cover from the time that I'm going to pull up right now, because it's like if Anne Hathaway's Devil Wears Prada character were living through COVID, it might have actually looked something like this. So you'll remember this cover probably. You had this woman. It's so sad. If you're listening to this, I'll describe it a bit if you don't remember it. But this woman, her apartment is an absolute mess. She's got a little cat, a couple cats in a carrier, bag of Cheetos, sodas and masks and rubber gloves. And she's dressed up on her torso, dressed down on her legs, drinking a martini, looking straight into a laptop for what appears as empty pill bottles, Chinese takeout, very much alone in a dirty apartment, and doing a Zoom happy hour for COVID times. And I think that just put into such stark relief exactly what we were taught to strive for. Like, what is all of this about? I think that just put it all into stark relief during COVID. And so that's why I'm really curious how Devil Wears Prada 2 hits. Because this generation, especially Zoomers, I'm assuming the movie is mostly aimed at Xers, millennials like myself, and people who kind of grew up with Devil Wears Prada. Although that movie has lived on in meme legend and is like just sort of a part of meme lore at this point and woven into the pop cultural fabric. So it's probably directed at kind of everyone. To be honest, it's a timeless movie. It's great, and the book is a good read. But that book was about sacrificing the sort of typical, I don't know, what do you even say? Like the typical female, the track, right? The track to marriage and motherhood on the altar of your career. And no matter how tough that career was, you had to sort of be true to yourself. You had to do what was best for you. But that wouldn't always mean putting your personal life first. Sometimes it all falls apart because you prioritize your career, and there are ways that all works out in the end. And you go into much more depth about Devil Wears Prada than we have time for right now. But it's true, like that movie. She had a boyfriend in the book too. She had a boyfriend who was just asking for a little bit more of her time, basically, just a little bit more of her time, and she was like, I've got to work. And I think it's true that, there's the old cerulean sweater and the old Stanley Tucci. If you're watching this, you're seeing it on your screen. We're playing these iconic moments. But it's just true that in some ways, Andy was the villain of Devil Wears Prada. I mean, of course, Meryl Streep was the villain of Devil Wears Prada, as Michael Scott found out by watching the movie in installments. I forget what episode of The Office that is. It's an early one, but in some sense, Andy is kind of, and I don't know that the book of the movie actually was arguing against this, but she just was handling her personal life. She was deprioritizing her personal life in a way that was detrimental to her overall. Now, I think the movie makes the case that she was deprioritizing her personal life in a way that ultimately turned out to be fine. I just don't think for most women that's the case. And I think there was something about Devil Wears Prada that resonated, whether it was intended to speak to something deeper and wider. There's something that resonated at the time with women that sort of gave people permission, just like Sex and the City sort of gave people permission to pursue promiscuity. Devil Wears Prada sort of gave people permission to pursue careerism and to feel okay.